I am so happy to be back on my laptop. I don't know what anybody did, but I'm glad about that. Have some water. Okay, we're back in Dr. Amen's book, The End of Mental Illness. And I want to give you a list, and then I want to make a quick comment about a book I ordered. So anyway, it's the steps to create mental illness and make my nieces suffer. He has two nieces with mental illness. Step to end mental illness and keep my nieces healthy. Believe your genes are your destiny. Believe your behavior can turn on or turn off the genes that increase your vulnerability for brain health, mental health issues. Engage in habits that turn on genetic vulnerabilities. Avoid anything that turns on genetic vulnerabilities. Adopt your family's poor eating habits. Engage regularly in healthy habits that turn off genetic vulnerabilities. Self-medicate with substances like alcohol, cigarettes, and sugar. Consume a Bright Minds diet. Address all your Bright Minds risk factors to deal with brain health and mental health issues. Ignore stress techniques. Don't deal with the emotional trauma from living with family members with psychotic illnesses. Practice prayer, meditation, and other ways to cope with stress. Don't speak to understand how your genetics may make you more vulnerable to brain health and mental health issues. Think that your behaviors affect no one but yourself. Work on addressing past emotional trauma so that you may not have to spread it to future generations. If you already did help those generations get help. Avoid the strategies that turn off genetic vulnerabilities. Consider genetic testing to identify any vulnerabilities. The most modern, and there's getting to be further ones down the line, is 23andMe. Besides where your relatives are from, it gives you a little bit of what your genes represent. Remember that your behavior is not just about you, it's about generations of you. So pick one Bright Minds Genetics tiny habit to start today. If there were brain mental health issues in my family, I will consider early screening. If there's a family history of psychiatric problems in my family, I will remember that my behavior and environment can turn off or on the genes that increase my chances for brain mental health. This is kind of his view. It won't be said that way in every book. Just a couple more. When I suspect I may have a brain health, mental health issue, I will consider testing my genetic vulnerabilities. When I make lifestyle choices, I'll remember that my choices affect not only me, but also my children, my grandchildren, and future generations. So, Dr. Amen will balance his list with other things, but a new psychologist, and she does gene research. She has some questionable beliefs. A lot of people aren't on her side yet. And I don't know where I am, because she's researching genes that, make kids angry or not behave well in school, or, if there's anything prisoners have in common that gets them to be in prison. She doesn't do mostly the prison, mostly adolescents. Her research is wonderful, but there's a point where my faith, I don't know about your faith, will come to a dead end with her. When she gets to the point where she says something, and I don't know if she said this, yes, but I feel she's heading there. I want a blue-eyed blonde boy with such and such an IQ and such athletic abilities, and they work out how to put an embryo or somehow adjust that. That is kind of what happened before World War II, where Hitler wanted a perfect race, blonde, blue-eyed, everybody that looked like his Caucasian. And, what she's found out about IQ, what's not important about IQ. I saw another channel where curiosity and creativity are sometimes more important than IQ for some of these entrepreneurs that are in the millions and $billion. Not that that should be our only goal, money, because money doesn't really totally make you happy. So prayer and the types of prayer I am talking about for me and my faith are always like meditation, but meditation leans toward Eastern religions, and you have to be careful what faith you have now and how far you tread into meditation. I'm not totally against it. I'm against it for me. If it works for you and it's okay with your faith, or you're an atheist and it doesn't matter, cool beans. Whatever works for you, as long as it's okay with what you've established with yourself. So, have a snappy day. I hope I'm on my laptop tomorrow. Take care.